and it will stay there, because now it's not like bent upwards. Now I have been thinking that I was going to actually stream painting. You see, I made the thingy ready to be painted, but I decided no, I don't want to do that. And mostly because I have, you know, I painted this, and this is an amazing piece of art, because I don't know how well it will show, but there are glitter on top of like where the sun directly hits the most, and I think it's gorgeous in every single possible way. Maybe I mean you saw a lot kind of flickering from like golden-ish. I mean, anyway, and I thought maybe because artists usually paint the same painting again to practice painting the same things, and I thought no, that would be boring and tiring, because I just finished that a couple of days ago ish. It squirted off my nose. I don't like that. But anyway, I have a lot of these just, oops, a lot of these squares, you know, and I wanted to make a jacket of it, and I wanted the front to be like black, and then the back and like the sleeves to be with color. And I was thinking maybe if I do like, if I meticulously find the like ish same color, and I can like make some sort of weird gradient, but I think that's a lot of hassle, and I think if I just randomly ish put them together, like it would probably work out. At least the color pieces is one continuous piece of yarn, you know, it's the same bundle. If that's the right word. And I didn't like stretch the sides, so they're not like squared, they're like a bit rounded off on the side, but that's probably okay. I think I'm gonna move this thingy just quite ish like yeah, I think that's okay, because I also need to like see the computer, but I don't know how important the computer is to you. But then again, I'm not actually visible. Anyway, now I am, but maybe too much, but maybe not enough. But anyway, I don't really know how to do this. But I was thinking to use this jacket as like a template, you know, as a point of reference, because not only is this like a pretty nice jacket, I have also like embroidered a lot of different things on it. Most noticeably, there is the flower of life, and here in the corner is some hearts, and right here there's a suitcase, which it says no on it, because you know they're spilling blood out, you know, you don't want to open the suitcase. And then I had this really nice shading of a plant, and the sun is what it's called. And then I have, you know, the same flower of life, only a bit more weed related. My grandma thought it was a pretty flower, and I think my sister knew what I was actually, you know, what I actually took and made it out of. and then I have a small little book, and then I have some hoodies, and then I have started on this side, which I want to primarily have a bunch of flowers. This is how far I got before I got like a bit bored, you could say. So I think that if I am starting to focus on this back and how it is shaped from like the top seam, that maybe I need to have like it will work out, you know. But to focus on like this, like smaller sections first, and to like make them like look pretty and such. I think that would work better than anything else. Now this is quite large. I don't have the same amount of black pieces that I have the colored ones, but since the black pieces is primarily going in front, maybe perhaps I need to layer twice amount here, so it, because this is thicker than, you know, this. So anyway, I'll figure it out, because I can see things and I can pretend to know how they're like connected. And that is possibly one of my many artistical quirks and abilities as a professional, and I am quite enjoying that I can see somewhat of the redness in my hair from this angle, because I painted it, I colored it black and then I colored it red on top, and then in the sun it really shines red and I absolutely love it. Now I have more yarn in case I need more of the black squares, and I have this small one because it was the it was the rest of the yarn, you know. And I have as any grandma, I have Christmas cookie box filled with crocheting stuff. So yeah, that is essential to anything ever at all. And I have this small scissor, and I have this crocheting hook, and I think the best way to start it is to mix these, so I'm not that careful to like have the same colors at the same time. So you just shuffle them a bit around, and if I need more color pieces, I have this other type of yarn that is ish similar, at least with these pieces. This is like, it's orange, it's blue, and then it turns into green and like red. So it has a bit more color changing sporadically, instead of what the start of the yarn was, which was maybe I can find a piece, you know, a bit more subtle in the change, because this is a bit blue, a bit green, and then it turns to a bit green and a bit more purple, which is a bit more subtle. Yeah, not that you could see that a lot, but anyway, just in case I need more of the color thingy. But it's a different type of yarn, so maybe it'll be fun if I finish the whole back with these. I can like have the arms with the different yarn, you know. And I I need to connect them with the black yarn, but I think I have another black yarn which is ish similar. It's just that it is easier using a fundal nest thingy rather than this whole ball, because I think, well, I mean, it's not the same. It's a bit, this is a bit thinner, which means this is the yarn that I bought by mistake, because I was just, yeah, this feels like the yarn I have. The size of it wouldn't really matter, but it's the one I used with the colored ones to like have the same thickness as these, because the lady in the yarn shop, she said pretty nicely that, you know, if you have a thin type of yarn, maybe you could just add a different yarn to it that is also small, and then it'll be precisely ish the same size of yarn. Now, hello, Gutenberg. I don't know how you made those squids, but I'm always a bit jealous that I can't make those squids in chat. But that's okay, because I don't dare to speak in chat anyway, like to other people. But since you just come on, I am crocheting a jacket because it's what I want. It's what I strive for, and I'm using this as a template. So I folded it really fucking badly to just get the start, or like the top part of the jacket, to like pretend that squares can make all these variety of shapes. Yes. Good. Now, I wanted it to be like a mosaic kind of piece, but that is sort of hard to do. And I'm now just placing them to figure out how long this is, how much of this I actually need. Now, this is quite ish. Yes, precisely. Now it is a bit short, but then again, this jacket is a bit big. So maybe it doesn't really matter, but maybe it does. And like cramming one more in would not, I don't believe it would fit, which it maybe it does. And I need to now just have this random assortment of colors, not really necessary what type, and I need to figure out and how to like connect them, which is probably the hardest part. Now, perhaps if I don't make, because this is shorter to like connect to, like on this side, but if I connect two of it on this side, I can like just add one more in it of like this, you know, so it continuously goes that way. And then to make the shorter edges, it would be possibly easier, because then it's just all the way up and across, somewhat ish in those lines. So yeah, I think that would be a brighter idea, but then I need to figure out if it's like possible to make it into just with 3 all the way across, which it seems to be barely, because at least on the color thing it adds a bit more up, but I think perhaps it doesn't even matter. You know, deep words, but I will have the blue one, and I will add 2 and 2 all the way across, and I will try to stick with the like lineage of the crocheting, because like doing this would be sort of putting the tension in like weird parts, and yeah, how these have already like nooks. It would be harder to figure out how many simultaneously to have on the longer side, you know, thinking and doing. It's a process. Now, maybe I should just search up how to bind patches. And I always go on images when I'm searching up a question because it's faster. I believe it's easier looking at just the images if they actually just go to what I would want to know. It's like a step-by-step tutorial, but I found some images, not that those make that much sense, but I believe them to make some sense. Anyway, it's the start that I'm most afraid of in those senses. Like, maybe if I already have this, like if I already have a start and then I like put these onto here, maybe I need to start on the inner side, and that don't make no sense. Huh. Off to a great start, I see. Maybe if I put it in this noose and then I put it in the other noose and then I do this. That worked. So in that sense it is quite simple. I don't know how well it translates and how pretty it will become when I lay it flat, but so far I put it just in the blue one, if I can manage to find the next loop-de-loop. Put it in there, then I take the little thread away because it was annoying, and then I take that in, and then I take it into this one, and then I also make a loop-de-loop, and then I just put it all the way. No, that didn't work. Hold on. One more try. I think that perhaps I have to improvise, overcome, and adapt. So maybe if I kind of sort of make it flush by the start, I should just focus on tying these together and then just hope for the best, I would assume. Yeah, that seems correct. So I will find the lost loop-de-doop on this edge, and it's always 10, and I need to remember that. It will always be 10 of them, like 10 stitches from each square, because I made it that way, and on top it is just a bit shorter, but that's because I used longer stitches. I looped it quite a bit more than necessary, and there's a bunch of blue things that I'm also gathering at the same time, which is not ideal. That's probably why. And let me, oh my gosh, my fuck. Oh, it didn't want, okay, I managed to cheat a bit, but and then doing a single loop-de-loop and tightening. Yeah, I think that works quite well. It's just a bit odd. It's just a bit frustrating, I will say, with all honesty. Yeah, it's quite frustrating. I thought I just took it out, but apparently not. Now, perhaps. Perhaps. I don't know if I can zoom in on it. Oh my gosh, I can. Well, that makes it easier. I am using my phone because the I can't make the camera thing setup work. The mic is fucked. The cam link thingy that the guy at the shop said, yes, this will be better and work phenomenally, just fucking gives up all the time. If like the I can show you, perhaps. Yeah, there it is. Because this cord right here, it's very tight, and this piece is not able to hold up all the like heavy parts, you know. It's not strong enough, and so it just doesn't want to work. And this part of the cord, like with the metal thing, is sort of bent, so I would have to like tape it on, but then this part as well just pops itself out, which doesn't help me at all. And I am so tired and frustrated that it won't work. So I have given up on like the traditional way of streaming, and I will now and forever just do it on my phone, because that's way more simple. And I mean, I wouldn't think that it would be simpler, but it is by a long shot, and it wins on every single point that I have meticulously pretend to have some sort of scoring table. It wins on all of it by a landslide. Nothing nothing compares to it. Now I have been thinking that I would want to like stream before, not like a while back, since like the last stream I would like think maybe today I stream, but because of the like cluster with the cam link quarter thingy, it's just tiring to try. I tried to just film with my camera that I painted. The file format is wrong. I haven't set up the camera in the way you would like want to set up your camera, so it's not really working. It's hassle and problem on problem on problem, and I don't like it at all. Now, these pointy things are starting to annoy me, so maybe I should just hide them for a while. But I think since I've come this far, almost done, I think that I've done something, and I do believe that I'm working on the background, because I don't believe I want the dominant black line in between all of them. And from this side it looks flush, and it's sort of like it's sort of made like it has just black stripes in between the stitches thingies, and I think it is better than this. So yeah, this, so I'm working from the back side, which is fun. I usually do that, but that means these lines I would either have to go and take them and move them on a later occasion, or like when it's more done, and that could seem like an annoying thing having to do. I am currently also crocheting a like pinafore-ish type dress, and I would have to do that on it, and it's a lot of loose things, small little lines annoying me. Now, these ends seem to be a lot more annoying than I would hope them to be. Because just all the extra yarn being cluttering my site on the actual loop thingy. Yeah, that was this is quite annoying. Fuck. And I need to find the other side of the loop-de-loop. I need to stab it through if I can manage to stab it. It was a bit tight, but that's okay. Usually, I've heard people say it's better when it's tight. I don't. Ew. I mean, yeah, precisely. So now I will have to. I can have this from the start, so I don't have to mess with the like extra pieces of yarn quite yet. And then I will have this one, and I will put it through here. Then I will have to find this one, and then I will have to put it through, and then I will have to tighten it, hold it taut, and then I need to make this one. Great. Now it is just dangling. Great. And then I will continue on with this adventure. And I am doing it correctly. Fantastic. And I think making the other sides will sort of bring it together, hopefully. Yeah. This is going great. It's sort of chill to do as well. And it's not the worst thing you could stream. I mean, you could stream that you're showering. A lot of people have actually been doing that when they were like streaming marathons and such. It's a bit odd. I think it's just on the verge of what is acceptable. But yeah. I mean, they can do what they want. They're popular. Yeah. This seems fine. It's a bit fun. And I can't quite see it, but I think I forgot some pieces of it. But it doesn't show on that side, so I think we're good. I mean, I think I'm good, not that you're doing any work, but this is working perfectly now. I have 2 parts, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish, maybe 7. Yeah. like these, and then I need the double amount of that again. Yeah. Just to keep track of how many times I'm going to do that. Or maybe I thought a bit wrong because I already have 2 of them. So that means 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I thought correctly, but just the thought that maybe, possibly, the thought was wrong was a bit too infuriating and unpleasing for the fragile soul that is me. Now, I would have to put it into here, like this, and then I would want this one, because that one was pretty, but I should have these from the start. I think that was a bit more handy, or like it was easier to handle when it's like further away and you're like done with having to think about them. And then I need to hold it taut, put it through here, tighten it just a bit more, and then yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think it'll work just fine. And continuing on with the nice small stitches. And actually these like patches, they have been sitting on the coffee table, as it's called, for quite a while now. So having the peer pressure of doing it while like simultaneously having to be extraordinary and exciting and just fun overall is the best motivation to do it, because you're on display. People can see you, like, not that they actually see you, but necessarily, but it is a good type of peer pressure. Now I think I did something a bit silly and I lost and I didn't put through the whole loop-de-loop, but it's sort of hard to see and to know where all these lines go. But I believe I am doing it quite well. I mean, at least for it being the first things I actually put together. Now let me count them. 8, 9, 10, 11. So maybe I have one extra on it. I don't know how that happened, but maybe it's because I like take the actual end as well and like thought that to be like a loop thing, but well, it wasn't actually. Fun, exciting, figuring out how the yarn works. Yeah, I think that is why. Fantastic. now I need some other random patches. I think it is sort of random at this point, but it can't seem too like opposite to each other. I think I need to anyway, they all sort of look the same. It's odd, but anyway, doing this really fast is maybe not the way to go. Because you need to be a bit careful and like a bit precise. But so far, actually, really, really good. I think I forgot to say to the chat that I was actually alive, because I said ish an hour ago when I before when I started ish an hour ago before that, I said, yo, I'ma be alive. And that is almost an hour ago. Good. I am and have been for some time. Well, oops. Anyway, that works. That's okay. Now I continue doing this for all eternity. You know those like birthday banner things? It sort of reminds me of that. You know, with a like happy birthday. So, like with small flags or something, which is kind of cute. I hope I don't give up on this and it's just small flags for all eternity, because that wouldn't be that good. I would be a bit ashamed of myself, especially when you are at the point of showing someone you're doing a craft, you know, something you want to be proud of, and then you never finish it. That's sort of a small amount of shame in my head, because like you can have all these great plans, but once you've told them and once you like made sure that yeah, this is something I am doing or want to do, it sort of holds an expectation, and then they'll ask you, oh, did you do that? And if I'm just like, no, I didn't, it's like, oh yeah, okay, but I mean, it's nice of you to ask, but I stopped giving a shit a while ago. But I mean, thank you for caring. So yeah, hopefully I'll finish this, and if I get bored of making squares inside, making squares connect to each other, making a bit bigger squares, I can always stop and I can embroider on this jacket, because that needs some love still, and like things to be done with it, you know. It ain't finished. And these jackets, though, like you have a lot of Oh yeah, I think I know what I did wrong. Because it was 11, so I put the like end loop as an actual loop, which is probably not what I should be doing. Those were too similar. Yeah, I think that's why it was 11 and not 10, which was the intended thing. I can't see the loop-de-loop on this one. On this one I can. Oops. But anyway. And then I need to taut. And then I need to tighten it. Every single ounce of my body. And then I need to continue onward. Yes. This works. This is fine. Actually, there's no fire. It's just fine. Now. I think when the sun stops shining in my face, I will end the stream, because doing things in the dark is not that fun. And maybe, perhaps, I have spoken all the words I am able and capable of speaking today, and need to rest my communication skills. I mean, don't you all have these problems? But I mean, I think there is, yeah, there should be at least half an hour left of left of sunshine, which is the ideal, you know, the female ideal gaze is also crocheting, but it's also sunshine. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. That's something that I didn't want up there, but if it doesn't, yeah, it looks good. This definitely, in all certain ways, look better than this. I think the line really is really a border to the colors, and I don't like that. So this will be what you see. That's just colors and sort of hints of black everywhere, but not this, because that is a bit too much. It's like it encapsulates them a bit too much, and I don't want that. No, not that one. This one. And then I want, oops, I want this one. Perfect. I don't know if you can hear the background music, but it is just loud enough that I can hear myself speak without shouting. So I think it's okay. And I now am more comfortable in my ability to know how to make streams function, and I'm really happy that I at last gave up on like pro tips and like convoluted ways to stream, and I'm just using my phone. Not that I would not want to use my phone personally. Not being able to look at my phone is sort of what's the word? It's like anxiety you know, maybe you get like important things, maybe people, oh, what are you doing, and like doing this would be like a nice answer to that. But not being on the phone is also really healthy, and talking to yourself inside the void is also really healthy. To just have words come out, talking to yourself is quite healthy. I will pretend, because I'm not insane at last. Now let me count these: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did it. I fixed the problem I that I made myself. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. It's been a real bonkers experience, and I hope you learned. Not that. I don't believe you can learn that much from me teaching crocheting. I don't. Hopefully, at least the like minimum thing I want you to take from this is just inspiring to make things, not necessarily knowing how. For an example, all these small patches and this whole thing, and also another piece of yarn ball that I have, it was actually a big ass fucking square because I wanted to make a cape. That didn't work that well because just having like a flat piece of square doesn't actually it doesn't actually make it a cape, you know. So I took everything up, I tied it into balls, and I started like from the collar, and I just made these extending pieces outwards just to like make it fit here, and then it looked stupid. You know, the like gesture type of poofy neck collar thing, it just felt like that. And so I gave up on that. I took it all up and I started making these squares, and I am now comfortable in this process. Personally, taking something you've crocheted up and like redoing it is the most annoying thing. It's like fuck, and it's not fun. It's just it's just that. No fun at all. But if not that I have been crocheting my entire life, and is this professional? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is this professional? But I do have an eye on how to do things, which is uniquely my ability. You can't have it. I'm sorry. Only me. I mean, to like, it's a nice skill to have, to being able to like meticulously know how the material the material work in the sense of connecting it and making it to each other. That is definitely a skill. Now I realize I haven't cared that much that you know, the ends sort of, they're like crocheted from like the starts. So if these always are together, it will sort of be in the same length. These like small binding lines will always be in the same thing. So maybe I'm actually golden because I've connected these at the start every time, but this doesn't necessarily match up that well. Fuck. So it will be mismatching in the lines, because if I have not had it being corner to corner, it would fit and like have the same lines constantly. But now that I am doing this, it's bending this. I hope you understand what I'm trying to come to as a conclusion, because I don't know how to say it in any other words. Yes, perfect, precisely. Now I am a bit uncertain if I'm just going to make the whole square and then put the lines in between. I think maybe if I make 2 of these lines and then connect them in the middle and then connect them lengthwise, because it's a lot of things to keep up with on the edge, Perhaps, possibly, most likely, and majestically, and I don't know any more adjectives now. Let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. I am an absolute fucking genius. Now, let me see if this is. Yeah. I don't believe there is room for another one, so I will not be making one extra of these, but I will have to make this sort of line. If I don't know how to connect things, I usually make a bit more loops and then tighten it, because then it's easier finding that part, So yeah, now I have this small little line of flags. I know it's really, really cute, and I'm gonna just do this to see how it all fits together, and I do believe this be really nice, because it can stretch outwards. I think I did something weird here, because it's a bit more room than what I am stretching this one, because I'm stretching them equally and there's a lot more room and space between these. But I digress. That's not a problem, because I'm going to make these sides in either way. Now, I think that I only need one more line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 8. Fantastic. And then I need to make sure that I am if I like mush these all together, I need to make sure that I am only connecting one of them, that I'm not like suddenly doing this, if you can see, like I'm connecting these two, right, and then I'm suddenly connecting this down here. That would be so cute. Thank you. I am very proud of how this is going. Like I said, when you have done or like tried and failed a couple of times of what you want to do, and then all of a sudden it works, that is very rewarding. Now, if I can make this small little star loop, maybe I can also make this loop-de-loop a bit starred, just to have a bit more, just in case. I don't know, but I'm gonna have this one, and I'm gonna, yeah, since these are on the wrong side, I will have to do and figure out with this end. Great. But I mean, you live and you learn. You try and you fail. And then this is maybe the hardest part. Yeah. This was confusing. Yeah, it was quite confusing actually. But I continue on forward with great expectations, because I can't not. If I if I stop having great expectations now, I am doomed. Now, I don't know what's wrong with my yarn, but it has this like small branches in them, and I don't know why they have those branches in them. It is quite annoying actually. Like suddenly you're all scratchy because of like one twig inside the fucking yarn, which is annoying. Now, if I have started this, I will know where to continue on next time, and that is the goal. Because if you're like, if I feel like if you stop in the middle, it's easier to figure out what you were doing, as opposed to starting and finishing like one line, and it's like now how did I actually do that? It's sort of easier to remind yourself if it's like it's almost there, and the sun is almost setting. Ew. And I told myself it would be ish in half an hour, and I was actually correct. It's barely ongoing, but I am really excited to summer because it's more sun. I can be up later without realizing that it's late, and that is amazing, because when suddenly it's all dark, I feel like, well, well, it's bedtime then. It's time to sleep. Now, this small piece of edge. Yes. And then this one. this one right here and this one. Right here, tightening it, pulling it through, and then tightening it, then removing these weird extra thingies, and then pulling it through, like so. Fantastic. And yes, it's starting to become a lot to connect, you know. I think having these starting smaller pieces, fetching like the first silhouette and then the next silhouette and the arms, you know, is easier than trying to put together the whole thing at like the first try. And it's just a bit simpler process. Yes, nicely. Perfect. It's just exquisite. Making it actually work. Oof. Makes all the happy hormones in my body go to exciting new heights. Usually it is not a good thing, but when it's art, when it's creating, there is nothing negative about it. In my experience, I mean. Now, I have fucked up. I just realized. Because you see, the line is in the wrong place. Because I did this when I should have done this. That's the that's the saddest feeling in the world. Anyway, I think I've given enough content for today. And I am on good way to finishing this in like a good manner of time, and I sort of fucked up, but that's okay because it's necessary. If you don't fuck up, you don't live. Now, yeah, but I am noticing that these squares won't be enough, so I will have to also then make a lot of more black squares and also a lot more other squares. And yeah, great, I am going to tire myself out making small squares, but that's okay. Now, I believe the next stream will be on Monday because I don't have that much stuff to do on a regular basis. Maybe if I put these like this, I will remember that I need to hook it on this so I can fold it out like that. That's a good idea. Thank you, myself. How is it going? It is going really well. I did a mistake, but we've forgotten that because it's okay. I didn't like do the whole line and then realize that I had the connection stitch on the wrong place, which is quite lucky. I am crocheting, which is the best thing in the entire world, and I am going to have to continue on Monday because when the sun sets, I feel tired. It's more cozy when it is sunshine. So if you would like to follow me, then you can you can see when when the stream next time, you know, or and possibly perhaps also find my Discord and then you know, because I will tell you when stream is. Are you already seem very tired? I am. I have been talking for a while. And I haven't done that much either. But that's okay. It happens. I hope. Are you going to leave now? I am, because I I think I just said it. But it has been really nice, and I hope to see you next time, and that will be on Monday because I'm not home alone tomorrow. So yeah, great. I will have to go all the way around here to end the stream. Hope you have a great day.